Liam never imagined he would meet a real alien princess. He was just a simple plant scientist from Earth. Most days he worked in a quiet greenhouse, studying how Earth plants grew in different environments. But today was different. A royal delegation from the planet Elvaris had come to Earth on a peace mission, and they were visiting his research center. The Elvari were tall, elegant beings with pale blue skin and glowing golden eyes. Their technology was far beyond Earth's, and their appearance was like something from a dream. But even with all their advancements, they still showed interest in Earth's plants. That was why Liam had been chosen to lead the tour. He tried to stay calm as the alien group walked through the glass-walled greenhouse. At the center of the group was Princess Lirea, the heir to the Elvari throne. She walked gracefully, her silver robe flowing behind her. Her face was calm, but there was kindness in her eyes. "This plant," Liam explained, pointing to a tall green herb, "is called silvervine. It helps humans with headaches and swelling. It grows best in filtered, sunlight and moist soil." Lirea touched the leaf gently. "Interesting," she said in a soft voice. "We have nothing like it on Elvaris." Liam smiled nervously. "It's common here, but useful." They continued the tour. Everything was going well, until suddenly, the princess stopped walking. She placed a hand on her forehead. Then she stumbled. "Princess," one of her guards said, rushing to her side. Her breathing became quick. Her skin turned slightly grayish. Her eyes closed, and she collapsed to the ground. Panic spread instantly. Guards surrounded her. Medical officers rushed in, scanning her with strange devices. But their faces showed confusion. None of their medicine was working. Liam stood frozen. His heart pounded. Something was wrong, terribly wrong, and no one knew what to do. Then he remembered something. When she touched the silvervine leaf, she had brushed her fingers near her mouth. He had seen it, just a tiny action, but it stuck in his mind. Some plants on Earth, harmless to humans, could be dangerous to alien biology. Liam stepped forward. "I think I can help." The guards blocked his path. "Stay back. This is a royal matter." "I know I'm just a scientist," Liam said, trying to stay calm. "But I know these plants. I think she's reacting to something she touched. Let me try." The lead guard looked uncertain, but the princess's condition was getting worse. Her pulse was weak. Her skin was losing color. "Let him through," a voice ordered. It was the Elvari ambassador. Liam quickly knelt beside her. He gently checked her wrist, barely a pulse. Her breathing was shallow. "I need elderleaf and fresh silvervine," he said quickly. A worker rushed to get them. Liam crushed the leaves, mixed them with clean water, and created a paste. Carefully, he placed a small amount on her tongue. Then he rubbed a bit near her temples. Minutes passed. Silence filled the room. Then, the princess took a slow, deep breath. Her color returned slightly. Her pulse grew stronger. "She's stabilizing," one of the Elvari doctors said, surprised. Liam sat back, sighing in relief. Hours later, Liam sat in a quiet room in the research center. The sky outside was dark, stars glowing faintly. He felt tired, but more than that, he felt worried. Did he do something wrong? Did he break alien laws by touching her? The door opened and the ambassador entered. "You did something no one else could," he said. "You saved her." "I didn't mean to break any rules," Liam said quickly. I saw what was happening, and I acted." The ambassador nodded. "That may cause some questions among the council, but there is something you must know." He paused, then said seriously, "According to Elvari law, ancient law, a person who heals a royal in such a way, with pure intention and no reward, is to be named royal consort." Liam blinked. I don't understand." "It means," the ambassador said, "you may now be bonded to Princess Lirea by law. It was written long ago to honor those who save royalty through great sacrifice." Liam stared at him. "But I'm just a human, a scientist." "And yet," the ambassador said. You are now part of something far greater. Just then, a soft voice spoke from behind them. He's right. Liam turned. Princess Leia stood at the door, pale but awake. Her eyes met his. You saved me, she said, and I will honor that. He stood, unsure what to say. I didn't do it for anything in return. I know, she said, stepping closer. That's why it matters. The room was quiet, except for the soft beeping of alien machines that monitored the princess's vitals. Liam stood near the doorway, hands still stained green from the crushed herbs he had used to treat her. Guards watched him closely. Some looked curious, others looked angry. None of them trusted a human to touch their royal blood. The Elvari princess, Leia, lay peacefully on a crystal-like bed. Her pale blue skin had lost its deadly gray tint, and her breathing was calm now. Only hours ago she was close to death, poisoned by a reaction between her unique alien biology and Earth's airborne plant particles. None of the Elvari medics could help her. But Liam had. He wasn't a doctor, just a botanist, a plant researcher. But he knew Earth's plants better than anyone in the room. He recognized her symptoms: swollen glands, rising fever, uneven pulse, and remembered that a combination of elderleaf and silvervine helped detoxify similar poisons in animals. He used what he had. It worked. Now everything had changed. A group of Elvari officials entered the chamber, dressed in dark robes with silver patterns. They were members of the Royal Code Council. These elders were not healers. They were lawmakers. One of them stepped forward. He was tall, with bright white eyes that almost glowed. His voice was calm but strong. You, he said to Liam. Step forward. Liam glanced at the guards, then walked slowly to the center of the room. You touched the royal blood. You treated her with untested methods. Did you understand the consequences? Liam kept his voice steady. I didn't care about the consequences, I just didn't want her to die. Whispers spread through the chamber. Even the guards seemed surprised. The elder nodded slowly. You may not know this, human, but in our ancient laws, written before our ships ever reached the stars, there is a rule. Any who heals a royal with care beyond duty, and not for reward, shall be named as chosen, and if the healer is of age and unmarried, they shall be honored as consort. Liam blinked. Wait, what? The elder raised his hand. According to law, you are now bound to the princess as her royal consort. Liam froze. Around him, voices rose in surprise, anger, and confusion. I didn't mean to. Liam started. You didn't mean to save her? One of the nobles snapped. I meant I didn't know about the law, Liam said quickly. But you still saved her? The elder replied. You didn't hesitate. You risked punishment. And you acted with pure intent that fulfills the law. Liam looked toward the princess. Her eyes were open now, faintly glowing with golden light. She had heard everything. Do you want this? Liam asked her quietly. She smiled weakly. You saved my life. That matters more than any tradition. But yes, I want to know more. About the one who did what no Elvari healer could. Liam's cheeks turned red. Another noble, this one younger and clearly upset, stepped forward. This is madness. He's a human. He's not trained in our ways. He cannot be a royal consort. He followed the ancient law, the elder said firmly, even if he didn't know it. A tense silence followed. Eventually, the elders decided to bring the matter before the full Council of Stars, the highest decision-making body of the Elvari. Until then, Liam would stay in the palace under protection, not as a prisoner, not as a guest, but as something new. A human caught between science and destiny. That night, Liam was given a room in the palace. It was too large, too shiny, and too quiet. He missed the messy lab he used to work in. He missed the smell of soil and the rustle of green leaves. Now he was being guarded by two tall Elvari warriors who looked like they wanted to toss him into space. He sat near the window, Staring at the twin moons rising over the alien city, a soft chime echoed through the room. The door opened and Princess Leia stepped inside, walking slowly but without assistance. "You're awake." Liam stood. "I am. Thanks to you. I just did what anyone would do." "No," she said, sitting near him. "Most would have, stood back. You stepped forward. You trusted your knowledge, not fear." Liam looked down. "I didn't know it would lead to this whole royal consort thing." "Neither did I," she said with a quiet laugh. "But maybe that's not a bad thing." They sat in silence for a while. Outside, the moons reflected off the palace towers like silver mirrors. Then the princess spoke again, her voice softer now. "You didn't just save me, Liam. You reminded my people that wisdom can come from anywhere, even from a planet like yours." Liam smiled. "Earth may look small, but its plants are full of surprises." She reached out and touched his hand gently. "So are its people." Liam walked through the golden halls of the Elvari Palace, still unsure how his life had changed so quickly. 2 days ago, he was just a plant scientist helping with an alien visit. Now, he was being followed by royal guards, watched by nobles, and whispered about in nearly every corridor. He didn't ask to be a royal consort, he just wanted to help. Still, the law was clear. Ancient Elvari tradition said anyone who healed a royal with care and no reward in mind would be chosen. That meant him. Some Elvari nobles accepted the decision quietly. Others were angry, especially Lord Sirek, the noble who had once hoped to marry Princess Leia himself. Sirek had power, wealth, and training in royal customs. But he didn't have what Liam had, her trust. In a large crystal chamber, the Council of Stars gathered to make a decision. Dozens of high-ranking Elvari, each dressed in long robes that shimmered with patterns of stars and vines, stood in a half-circle. Princess Leia stood at the center. Liam stood beside her. A tall elder raised a hand. "Human Liam, do you understand what it means to be royal consort?" Liam took a deep breath. "Not really. But I didn't come here for titles or power. I just wanted to help, and I still do." Some council members nodded with respect. Others remained cold. Lord Sirek stepped forward, his silver eyes sharp. "Helping is not the same as leading. He is a gardener from a backwater planet. He knows nothing of our laws, our traditions, or our future." Lirea's voice was calm, but strong. "He knows how to save a life. He saw me suffering and acted when others stood frozen. Isn't that the kind of courage and wisdom we value?" A ripple of quiet agreement moved through the chamber. Still, Sirek pressed on. "If this human stays by your side, Princess, what message do we send to our allies? That our future lies with Earth? That our ancient bonds mean nothing?" Liam looked at the floor. He didn't want to cause a war. He didn't want to break any bonds, he just didn't want to walk away from someone he had started to care about. "I'm not trying to take anything from anyone," Liam said quietly. "I don't want to be in the way. But if I can be helpful, if I can make a difference, then I won't run away either." The elder turned to Lirea. "The final choice rests with you, Princess. Do you accept the law's path? Do you choose him?" Lirea looked at Liam. Her eyes were soft, glowing like moonlight. "Yes," she said. "I do." With that, the chamber lit up with a beam of soft light from above. The council had no choice but to approve. Liam was now her official consort. Later, that day, Liam was led to a different part of the palace, an area reserved for royals and their chosen. The rooms were larger, filled with living plants, peaceful water fountains, and floating lights that changed color slowly with time. He felt out of place. He sat on a stone bench under a tree with glowing fruit, his head resting in his hands. Lirea entered quietly. She sat beside him. "Regretting it already?" she asked gently. "I don't know," Liam said. "This world is beautiful, and you've been kind. But I don't belong here. Everyone looks at me like I stole something." "You didn't steal anything," she replied. You saved me, and you reminded me that titles mean nothing if there's no heart behind them. I just feel trapped, Liam admitted. I'm a human in a place where I barely understand the customs. I don't even know how to act. Larea looked at him seriously. Then act like yourself. That's who saved me. That's who I trust. Liam looked at her, and a small smile appeared on his face. Thanks, she smiled back. Besides, I have a plan. A plan? He asked, confused. Yes, she said. To make sure you're not just the man who saved me, but the man who belongs here. The next day, Larea invited Liam to a royal gathering, an event where nobles showed off their knowledge and skills. Normally, consorts were just expected to stand beside their partners and look impressive, but not today. Larea introduced Liam not just as her consort, but as an expert in earth botany. She challenged anyone to bring a plant-based riddle or problem. Liam, with his simple knowledge and years of hands-on experience, answered them all with surprising ease. One noble brought a seed from a distant moon. No one could get it to grow. Liam crushed a bit of bark, mixed it with water, and explained how the seed needed acidic soil. It sprouted in minutes. Another noble brought a sick plant from a royal garden. Liam examined it, then said calmly, It's not sick. It's just getting too much light. By the end of the day, the same nobles who doubted him were quietly impressed. Some even approached him with questions. That night, Larea met him in the garden, the stars shining above them. You did well, she said. I just did what I know, Liam replied. And that's enough, she said, taking his hand. Liam looked at her, feeling more at ease than he had since this strange journey began. Maybe he didn't come here to be a royal, but maybe, just maybe, he was becoming one in his own way. Liam had started to feel comfortable in the palace. He was still not used to the attention, but the whispers had grown quieter. More nobles now saw him not as an outsider, but as someone useful, someone who had skills that even advanced technology couldn't replace. Princess Larea remained close to him. She showed him ancient gardens, strange glowing plants, and floating trees that only grew on her homeworld. In return, Liam taught her about Earth's forests, flowers, and how humans had healed for centuries using nature. One evening, as they walked through the palace garden under the twin moons, Larea spoke in a soft voice. I've been thinking about the day I collapsed, she said. Something still feels wrong. Liam looked at her. What do you mean? I was never that sensitive to Earth's air. My body shouldn't have reacted so badly, and I remember the tea I drank that morning, it tasted different. Liam frowned. You think someone poisoned you? Larea nodded slowly. I didn't want to believe it, but now I do. Liam felt a chill in his chest. Do you have any idea who? She shook her head. No. But if someone tried to harm me, they might try again. Liam made a quiet promise to himself. He wouldn't let that happen. The next day, Liam began to look into the ingredients of the tea she drank before, falling ill. With Larea's help, he accessed the royal kitchen records. He found a list of herbs added to her morning blend. Most were safe. Except one. Crimson fangroot. Liam blinked in surprise. Fangroot was rare on Earth, but he had read about it in old records. It reacted dangerously with Elvari blood, if not prepared the right way. Most healers avoided it. It was never used in royal kitchens. Who approved this? He asked the head chef. The chef looked confused. I don't know. The order came from a high noble's assistant. We assumed it was for special medicine. Liam and Larea followed the trail. The order came from Lord Sirek's staff. Later that evening, Liam and Larea sat in her private chamber. The mood was tense. He tried to poison you, Liam said quietly. Sirek wanted to stop your visit to Earth. And if you died, he would blame humans. The alliance would fall. Larea closed her eyes. And I would never have known. You were lucky, Liam said. And I was lucky to be there. She turned to him. You didn't just save me, Liam. You're saving the peace between our people. Liam stood. We need to expose him. Lyrea nodded, but carefully. If we accuse him without proof, he will turn the council against us. Then we'll find proof, Liam said. Let me handle it. Liam went to the archives. With help from one of the palace's record keepers, he dug through old medical scrolls, laws, and plant records. He found what he needed, a warning from a royal healer centuries ago. Crimson Fang root must never be given to Elvari royalty without medical supervision. He returned to the kitchen and found a sample of the dried herb. It matched exactly with the one in the report, but he needed more. He returned to the teacup from the day of the attack. It had been stored for investigation. Using Earth's chemical test strips, ones he always kept in his bag, he confirmed the presence of fangroot residue. Liam placed everything in a sealed box and returned to Lyrea. We have enough, he said. Are you ready to face him? She nodded. The council chamber was full. News had spread that the princess and her consort were making a formal accusation. Lord Sirek stood at the center, smiling politely. I trust this will not take long, he said smoothly. Lyrea stepped forward. Lord Sirek, do you deny requesting changes to my tea the day I collapsed? Sirek raised an eyebrow. Of course not. I often send health suggestions to the kitchen. As a noble, it is my duty. And, do you deny sending Crimson Fangroot to the royal kitchen? He paused. I may have suggested it, but it was meant to help you. My healers spoke highly of it. Liam stepped forward now. Except Fangroot is banned from use with Elvari royalty. The law is clear. He held up the scroll, the sample, and the test results. Gasps filled the chamber. Lyrea spoke again. You tried to kill me and break the alliance with Earth. Sirek's mask of calm broke. You think the council will believe a human over me? The elder councilman stood. We believe the law, and we believe evidence. Sirek was arrested. Peace was restored. That evening, Lyrea and Liam walked in the garden again. You did it, she said. We did it, he replied. She smiled. You're not just a consort, Liam. You're a protector of the realm, he chuckled. Still just a plant guy, she took his hand. A plant guy who changed everything. As stars lit up the sky above them, the human and the alien princess stood together, not just as allies, but as two souls who had found each other across worlds. A soft wind moved through the garden of the Elvari Palace. Trees with glowing fruit shimmered gently under the twin moons. Flowers released sweet scents into the air. It was peaceful, calm. Liam stood near the center fountain, looking up at the stars. He had come so far in such a short time. He arrived as a simple plant scientist. Now he was the royal consort to Princess Lyrea, and he had helped uncover a dangerous plot. Still, it all felt like a dream. Footsteps approached behind him. Lost in thought again? Lyrea asked with a smile. Liam turned. A little. Just thinking about everything. About Earth. About being here. She walked up beside him. Do you regret it? No, Liam said honestly. Not even a little. I miss home sometimes, but being here, with you, feels right. Lyrea reached into her robe and pulled out a small crystal. The council sent this, it's official. You are now fully accepted as my consort, not just by law, but by tradition. You'll be part of the royal family. Liam stared at the crystal. It glowed faintly in her hand, reacting to her touch and then his. Do you want this? She asked quietly. He looked at her, then at the sky, and then back at her again. Yes, he said. Not because of the title, but because I want to be with you. Lyrea smiled, eyes soft. Then let's show them how strong a human Elvari bond can be. Over the next few days, preparations began for a royal ceremony. Not just to welcome Liam into the royal line, but to officially unite Earth and Elvari in a new alliance. It would be the first human royal bond in Elvari history. Some aliens still whispered doubts. Others called Liam lucky, but many had begun to respect him. especially after he helped uncover Lord Sirek's plan. Elvari scientists were now curious about Earth's plants. They visited Liam's old research files, asked questions, and even requested samples. Liam worked closely with Lirea to develop a joint garden in the heart of the palace, combining Earth herbs with Elvari flora. Together they called it the Garden of Unity. One evening, as the garden took shape, an elder from the council came to visit. "Liam," the elder said, "you came here as a helper, but you became something more. You remind us that bravery does not always wear armor. Sometimes it holds leaves and roots." Liam smiled. "Thank you. I just did what I knew." "And that is why your story will be told," the elder said, "not as a legend of war, but as a story of healing." The day of the ceremony arrived. Crowds gathered in the palace courtyard. Alien ships hovered above, shining lights down like stars. Royal banners danced in the wind. From Earth, a few human delegates had also arrived, scientists, leaders, and even Liam's old mentor, Dr. Harper. "You always liked plants more than people," Dr. Harper teased with a grin. "Now look at you." Liam laughed nervously. "I still do, but I guess I like one person a lot now." At the center of the courtyard, Lirea stood in a flowing white and silver dress that moved like mist. Liam wore a formal robe designed from both Earth and Elvari styles, simple yet elegant. As the ceremony began, the High Elder raised a hand. "Today," the Elder spoke, "we honor not just the saving of a life, but the joining of two. A human healed a princess not with technology or weapons, but with care, courage, and heart, and through this two worlds come closer." Liam stepped forward. Lirea met him halfway. They held hands as the elder touched their shoulders with the glowing crystal. "You are now bonded. In the eyes of the stars, your path is one." The crowd cheered, soft lights rising into the air like fireflies. Music filled the courtyard, soft and peaceful. Liam looked at Lirea. "I never thought this would happen." "Neither did I," she whispered. "But I'm glad it did." That night, as the stars spread across the sky, Liam and Lirea sat together in the new garden. Around them, the plants glowed gently, some from Earth, others from the Elvari world. "You know," Liam said, "maybe we could open a research center here, one that combines both our world's plants." Lirea tilted her head. "A place of healing?" "Yes," he nodded. "For both humans and Elvari. For anyone who needs help. A place to remind people that care and kindness still matter." She touched his hand. "Let's build it together." Years passed. The Garden of Unity grew larger and became a symbol of peace. Diplomats came to visit. Healers came to learn. And people from many species walked its paths, breathing in the calming scents and remembering the story of a human who used simple plants to change everything. Liam never saw himself as a hero, but to many, he was. He had healed a princess, uncovered a plot, and built a bridge between two worlds. And at the heart of it all was something simple: a human who cared.